Hey, it's a Christmas tree. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and today is Tuesday, December 13th of 2022. And guys, we are just one day away from the best day of the work week, which is New Comic Book Day, which is the day we get our hands on those brand new comics. And guys, this is your Wednesday pull list. Guys, this is the video that has all the information that you need going into New Comic Book Day. This is your hype video for everything that's coming out on New Comic Book Day. I share that with you, so hopefully you can get just as pumped as I am for these comic books. But guys, don't forget, we are just 12 days away from the biggest day of the year. We're talking about Christmas. I'm so excited. Our kids are getting really excited. They can feel the energy coming to that big magical day. But guys, there's also another magical day. Yes, we are just 4 days away, maybe even 3 by the time you guys are watching this video, from a new episode of Comics and Beer. This is the 1-hour live stream that Stephanie and I have not done in over a year. So guys, strap in, get ready for Comics and Beer, strap in for giveaways, good times, beers drank. It's just gonna be a lot of fun, guys. December 16th at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be live again, and it's gonna be so much fun. And again, did I say giveaways? Yeah, I said giveaways. All right, guys, with that out of the way, let's dive into my checklist for today's video, because we have a lot to cover and a lot for you to get excited about for this upcoming New Comic Day, which is December 14th of 2022. All right, guys, let's dive right in. So the first thing on this checklist is my pull list. That's right, guys, I show you guys every single book that I'm picking up this week. And then after that, we're going over the chopping block. These are the books that I am cutting from my pull list because I'm not enjoying the story any longer. And guys, honestly, if you've watched this video series before, you know I need to cut back on my pull list. And after that is probably one of my favorite parts of this video, and that is my cover lover picks. Guys, I love a good cover, and the books on this list are my favorite covers of the week. And after that is my almost top 5. These are the books that almost made the top 5 list, but they just weren't good enough. But guys, they are really good stories, and you should consider picking them up. And last but not least, the meat of the show is my top 5 must-have pickups for this upcoming New Comic Book Day. Guys, we're talking about the guts of the books. All right, you rip open the guts, you look at them, you're like, oh man, are these some good guts? And that means we're talking about the writing and the artwork mashed together. What makes a comic book a comic book? All right, guys, so that's everything on today's checklist. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in to my pull list. All right, guys, as you can see, my pull list is right there, but you guys can't see that, so I'm gonna throw it up on screen right now, so that's the way it's nice and large for you guys. Guys, there are 19 books on my pull list, which is a much better number than 37 that I had last week, which was just, it was insane. Too many comic books last week. But guys, of these 19 books, there are 6 new number 1s, and there are 0. You heard that right. I have caught up on every single story coming out this week that is not a new number 1. So that means there are more books that could make my top 5 list. But guys, that's it for my pull list. Let's go ahead and dive into the chopping block. All right, guys, this is actually a kind of big week for the chopping block, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. 5 books that I am potentially cutting from my pull list. And I say potentially because I am picking up at least 2 more issues of all these books because they have been pre-ordered. So you might see them on this list again. But guys, these stories I am just not enjoying anymore. So let's go ahead and dive into this list. And the first one up is 3 Keys. This is an Image book. This is the 3rd issue that's coming out this week. And guys, I gotta be honest, those first 2 issues were just really not that good. I don't like the writing. The artwork is okay, and the overall story is, I don't know. And I also don't like the way they portray people in comic book shops, because the main character works in a comic book shop, and it kind of seems like they think all comic book people are dirtbags. That's really weird coming from a comic book. I don't know. I don't really enjoy 3 Keys, so I am chopping it from my pull list. And after that, it's Batgirls. Guys, I have told you in the past that I really enjoyed Batgirls, but I would say as of issue 12, I am no longer really enjoying the story anymore. It's gotten a little weaker, the writing is not as strong, and I don't know, I'm not enjoying it, and I need to cut back from my pull list, so I'm sorry, Batgirls, you are being chopped. And after that, we have Planet Hulk. This was a new event book, and guys, I was excited for it. I was excited for some more Planet Hulk action, but guys, this story is goddamn awful. I was like 5 pages in, and I hated it. I really did not like it. The artwork really wasn't that good, and the story was terrible. I'm just gonna say it. It was terrible. I stopped after page 6 or 7. I was like, this is enough. I don't want this in my life. So guys, Planet Hulk, chopped from the pull list. And after that, we have Amazing Spider-Man. Guys, I was really excited for when they relaunched Amazing Spider-Man because I used to love Spider-Man and the stories that they told. The Spider-Verse was so freaking good. And then now we get this. I don't know what's going on. Norman Osborn is the Golden Glider. I really don't care. I don't care about anything that's happening in this story, and I don't understand the whole clone thing, and then the Ben is like mad, and it is so bad. It is so bad. And I no longer need this in my life, and I don't like the artwork in most of the issues because they're done by John Romita Jr., and he's one of my least favorite artists. And yeah, it's been chopped. Sorry, Amazing Spider-Man. Maybe when they put a better creative team, I'll come back for you. And the last book on the chopping block is Love Everlasting. This is a Tom King indie book, and I really didn't know much about it going into it. I picked it up because it was written by Tom King, and I was pretty excited at first. And then now after issue 3, because this is issue number 4 coming out, nothing's really happened. We've gotten the same story for the most part, 3 issues in a row. And I don't want to read that anymore. I want something new. I want the story to progress. And it's not progressing. So, Love Everlasting, you've been chopped. All right, guys. So those are the 5 books on the chopping block. Are you guys cutting any books from your list this week? Have anything made the chopping block on your end? Let me know down in the comments. All right, guys, with the negativity out of the way, let's jump on the positivity train. And let's jump into my cover lover picks. All right, guys, we have 4 cover lover picks, and all of them, in my opinion, are bangers. All right, guys, so let's dive right into the first one, and that is Wonder Woman issue number 794, the cover B, done by Jen Bartel. Guys, Jen Bartel has been knocking these Wonder Woman covers out of the park. I loved her 90s cover with Wonder Woman in the mom jeans, and I love this one right here. I also love that bright, vibrant background. I am just a Jen Bartel fan, if you can't tell, and this cover is absolutely amazing. And after that, we have an amazing Superman Son of Kal-El issue number 18 cover. Again, this is the cover B, and it is awesome because it's done by the main man, Simon DeMeo. Guys, this is such a cool cover. We got father and son taking off. You see their clothes flying away because they're in their super suits, and it is just a really gorgeous cover. The lighting on this cover is absolutely amazing. Now, I am not picking this up because I'm not picking up Superman Son of Kal-El, but I might pick this up when I see it on sale because I'm sure this is going to be on sale at some point. After that, we have Grimm issue number 6. This is the cover J done by Rico, and this is just a gorgeous Grimm cover featuring the main character on the cover. I really enjoy it. Now, there's only 500 copies. I couldn't find out exactly where you could pick it up. I did see that you could pick it up at Unknown Comics, but I didn't go in depth to find out if there's other places you can pick it up. But I guess there's only 500 copies, so this is going to be pretty limited, which makes this cover even cooler. And the last cover that I want to show you guys is the best banger of the week, and I'm talking about Grimm Spotlight Red Agent Friendly Fire issue number 1. This is the cover C done by a name I cannot pronounce. Have it on screen right here so that way you guys can read it yourself and make fun of me that I cannot pronounce it. But guys, come on. This cover is freaking gorgeous. It features this beautiful, gorgeous blonde woman in this amazing red outfit and this owl in the background, and she's got a katana. It is just, I mean, it's comic book goodness, guys. This is what we collect right here. This is an amazing cover, and I hope to score myself a copy on it on mycomicshop.com on Wednesday when this cover goes live. All right, guys, those are my cover lover picks. Guys, what did you think of the 4 covers that I picked out? Is there a cover that you guys are enjoying even more than the 4 that I showed? Guys, let me know down in the comments so that way I can know what you guys are into. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into my almost top 5. Alright guys, we have 3 books on the almost top 5 list. These are the books that almost made that top 5 list, but they just weren't good enough. But guys, they are really good. And the first book up is Batman Incorporated. Issue number 3 comes out this week. It's written by Ed Brisson and art by John Timms. The art in this book is absolutely fantastic. It's worth picking up just for the artwork. But guys, the story revolves around Ghostmaker and his past and the Batman Incorporated team. It's really cool. They're doing a really good job with it, in my opinion. The first issue was okay. The second issue was much better. That's why it almost made the top 5 list. And after that, we have Hell to Pay issue number 2. It is written by Charles Soule and art by Will Sleeney. I want to say that's how you pronounce it. But guys, this story is actually pretty cool. Hell is real. That's the main thing that you want to know. And there's actually a currency down in hell. And somehow that made it up to the real world. And there's also some kind of college that recruits people but makes them do their bidding. And the two main characters of the book are forced through this college to go get these coins from hell and bring them back to hell. That's pretty much the synopsis. It's kind of confusing, but I'm really into it, and the artwork is great, and the story is pretty good, guys. It's written by Charles Soule. We're talking about 8 Billion Genies, and he also co-wrote Undiscovered Country with Scott Snyder, which is a really good book. And I really enjoyed this first issue. I'm excited to see where issue 2 is going to go. And the last book is Specs. Issue number 2 comes out this week. It's written by David M. Boer and art by Chris Sheehan. And guys, this was a super solid first issue. It revolves around a pair of glasses that these two kids get from a back of a comic book that grants wishes. They're usually small wishes, but the last wish was way bigger than they thought they were capable of, and man, it's gonna bring some drama for them. David and Boer did a great job of setting these two main characters up. I'm really interested in where their story is going to go, and guys, it is just a really good book, and it's an indie book, and you should be supporting more indies. All right, guys, those are my 3 almost top 5. Let's go ahead and dive into the meat of the show with my top 5 must-have pickups. All right, guys, we have a new number 1 in the number 5 spot with Nightclub, issue number 1. It's written by Mark Millar and art by Juanan Ramirez. I have no idea how to pronounce your first name, but Mr. Ramirez, your artwork looks freaking fantastic. All right, guys, this is a new number 1 series by Mark Millar, and I've enjoyed so many of his new number 1 series over the last few years, so I am fully invested in this book because it's written by Mark Millar. And guys, this series will also only be $1.99. You cannot beat that. It's almost like forcing you to pick this up because that's only a $2 comic. All right, guys, so let's read the synopsis. You're a 17-year-old and you've been bitten by a vampire. And you know I'm in. Vampires, monsters, let's do it. Do you live in the shadows and drink human blood? Or do you use your newfound gifts for the dream of costume superhero life you've always wanted? Yeah, of course. You're bulletproof. You can crawl up walls. You can turn into mist, bats, or even a wolf. Why not have a little fun? Yeah, sign me up. This book was like, all right, what does Bruce really like? Oh, monsters, teenage drama. Give it to him. Just give it to him. Yes, I am fully invested in this book. There are some really cool covers, and I just cannot wait to get my hands on this book. I am really, really excited for it. All right, guys, that is my number 5 book. Let's go ahead and dive into my number 4. All right, guys, the book that's in the number 4 spot is the only book from the big 2. It's a DC book, and it is Wildcats, issue number 2. It's written by Matthew Rosenberg and art by Steven Segovia. Guys, issue number 1 was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and it introduced us to a lot of the characters on the Wildcats roster. There was some big action, and what I really enjoyed was how they tied it into the DC universe. They did it pretty seamlessly. We had a cameo from Nightwing, I think Batgirl as well. Guys, it was just a solid book. The artwork was fantastic by Steven Segovia. It was just a really fun first issue. I'm really excited to see where Matthew Rosenberg is gonna take these characters that Jim Lee created, and I really do hope they do a great job of incorporating this team into the larger DC universe, because that's what this team needs. They need to be incorporated seamlessly, and they need to fit within the overall universe, and that way we can see these characters in other books. As right now, I think the only character we're really seeing is Grifter every once in a while in a Batman book. All right, guys, that was my number 4 book. Let's go ahead and jump into my number 3. All right, guys, my number 3 book, the book that's in the middle of my top 5 list, is none other than Wind, Throne of the Sky, issue number 5. This is written by James Tynion IV and art by Michael DeLandis. Guys, I've said it over and over again. If you guys are not reading Wind, Throne of the Sky, you guys are missing out on such an amazing story. Go pick up the first trade paperback, binge that, and then pick up issues number 1, 2, 3, and 4 and enjoy this freaking story. This story is so good. Now, I believe issue number 5 might be the final issue of this arc, or maybe the full series as a whole, which I'm really sad if it is, but I'm also really excited to see how they're going to tie up this whole issue. But guys, It is such a good story. It's such a gigantic, fantastical world with fairies and monsters and giants and so many cool things. But James Tynion IV also has done an amazing job of building this cast of characters that you truly care about. Even the ones that are super annoying and do stupid things that are mean, but he also gives them a chance for redemption, which is probably one of the coolest things. It is such a good book. There's so much character growth and love put into the story. I'm absolutely loving it. You guys should be reading it. And the artwork by Michael Delanis is amazing. It is so good. It is so good. It's one of my favorite parts of this book is the artwork. The attention to detail that he puts in it is so good. Guys, Wind is an amazing book. Amazing book. All right, guys, that is my number 3. Let's go ahead and find out what my number 2 is. All right, guys, the book that's in the number 2 spot is a book that almost did not get put on my pull list because I saw the writer of the book and I was like, I don't really like their DC work that much. I might not pick this up. But then I saw the artwork and I was like, I'll pick it up at least to check out the artwork. And I'm talking about Dark Ride, issue number 3, comes out this week. It's written by Joshua Williamson, which again, I don't really love all the work that he's doing at DC Comics, but oh my God, this book is so good. And it has art by Andrea Bresson. I'm butchering your name, I apologize, but your artwork is so freaking good. But this story is amazing. It's so good. The whole story revolves around a horror amusement park. That's right, horror. And the people who own the park, which is, there's the dad, and then you have a son and a daughter, and you're really following more of the son and the daughter and the dynamic between them two because they're totally two different people and they've done different things. It is just so good. It is so good because the son is the main one trying to run the park and make the park bigger and better, and the sister is more of like a socialite and she's more of an influencer, and they don't like each other that much, and there's also some dark stuff going on at the park. It is so good. You guys should be reading Dark Ride. It's so much fun. I'm really enjoying it. And again, the artwork by Andrea, I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but your artwork is fantastic. It's one of the main things I love about this book. And again, Joshua Williamson's story so far is hands down amazing. I'm really enjoying it. You guys should be reading Dark Ride if you're not. And guys, there's been some really cool covers. There's some Disney homages, which people are paying a premium for. But guys, this story is so good. Check out Dark Ride. I promise you, you're going to have a good time. You might be scared a little bit. No, you won't. You won't be scared. It's a comic book. But guys, it's really, really good. All right, guys, so let's find out what my number 1 book is. All right, guys, my number 1 book I was so excited about after reading issue number 5. It was so good. And I'm talking about Grimm. Issue number 6 comes out this week. It's written by Stephanie Phillips and art by Felvano Armenteo. So good. So good. Issue number 5 was freaking amazing. I loved it. I read it on Saturday or Sunday night, and it was so good. Now, this follows a Grim Reaper, right? That is how this whole journey begins. You're following this one woman, Grim Reaper. You find out there's a whole world of Grim Reapers. People die and they become Grim Reapers, and they help people vary themselves to where they need to go, either heaven or hell. And there's so much more to the story because the main character does not know how she died, but everyone else does. And she goes on this journey to find out how she died. And there's so much politics. And then you find out so much more in issue number 4 and 5. They were so good. I don't want to ruin anything for you, but there's a whole family dynamic that's a little hint for you that comes to fruition. And it is so good. You get so many good feels. Guys, Stephanie Phillips is telling an amazing story with Grimm. It was on hiatus for a while. It's finally back with issue number 6. There's some amazing covers. The artwork by Felvano is so great. This is a hands down a great book. It's one of the best books of 2022. Hint, hint, hint. I will be coming out with some best of 2022 videos before the end of the year. And will this one be on the best? Well, you guys will have to tune in to find out. But that is the end of my top 5 must-have pickups for the week of December 14th of 2022. And you guys know what we're going to do. We're going to wrap this video up. All right, guys, you guys have made it to the end of the video, and if you guys have watched this long and supporting Stephanie and I this long, well, you guys know exactly what you are. You guys are legends. Thank you guys so much, and let me get this out of the way real quick. If you guys are not subscribed and you guys enjoy this kind of content, guys, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys, reminder time. This is the time where I tell you guys, if you guys have not left a comment, guys, leave a comment down below letting me know what your top 5 books are, what your cover lover picks are, and, you know, what's on your chopping block, or anything else that you would like to share with me down in the comments below. All right, guys, other reminders is that, again, this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, which is December 16th, Comics and Beer is back for episode number 101 with beers, comic book news, games, and giveaways. That's right, there's gonna be giveaways at least every 15 minutes and maybe even every 10 minutes. It's gonna be stuff given away. It's our holiday bonanza episode. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys are gonna wanna be there. And last but not least, I'll be back on Thursday with my comic book speculation and recommendations video. I'm gonna try to sneak in either my Marvel or DC best of the year of 2022. If not, next week I'll start dropping those videos. All right, guys, have yourself a great new comic book day tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Have yourself a good one. Peace.